Moments ago, when Kevin Nash handed him his trademark baseball bat, he was telling Sting, in essence, that the main event Mafia needs its cleanup hitter to step up to the plate in tonight's Impact main event.
Great job, though, by Kevin Nash being the motivational speaker. We've seen Sting conflicted at times, and it was the right thing to say at the right time. He explained to him, hey, I never spit in your face. I never disrespected you the magnitude like AJ Styles in the front line has. Here's your bat cleanup, and let's go hit the 6 sides of steel.
And their opponents representing TNA's front line. First, from American Samoa, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
You can see that his game face is on, and the 6 sides of steel cage, the perfect battleground for getting revenge. Frontline still angered over the way that they were swerved by the main event Mafia last week, and they are fuming over the destruction and the elimination of Brother Ray. And as Joe gets inside the cage, he takes the towel and he throws it right at Kevin Nash, his mentor.
Tag team partner from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
When it comes to climbing out of the cage and landing your feet on the ground, well, then you'd think that AJ Styles would definitely have an advantage with that agility that he's known for. But one thing about the 6 sides of steel, it is unforgiving. There's no give, it's rough, you hit it, it's like hitting a wall of steel, and it can stop you in your tracks. It's one of those things where the right shot at the right time will make everybody equal.
Padlock in place, Don, you've said it on several occasions. The TNA cage, the 6 sides of steel, is unlike any other cage used in professional wrestling.
Well, you just saw an example right there of Sting putting AJ Styles into it, and AJ grabbing onto it. That cage doesn't move. I mean, barely moves. No give whatsoever as you see Kevin Nash trying to get out quickly in a move that you wouldn't expect. You thought he might surprise him, but Joe brings him back down.
2 officials, 2 referees to try and both control this match, and I say just stay out of their way and let these 4 beat the hell out of each other in the cage. Referee Rudy Charles located inside the cage, outside Slick Johnson, to be there to make sure if someone tries to win by escaping the steel cage.
Well, you saw there where Sting just went head first into it, and there's Nash going into it and dropping down. Right now, AJ, Joe are fueled by emotion. The emotion that they felt when they saw a bloody, battered Brother Ray carted off in an ambulance. And they're taking it out on the main event Mafia with ease. I mean, they've got a game plan, they're sticking to it, and they've not allowed Kevin Nash or the world champion to get any kind of momentum whatsoever.
At the same time, you heard from Kevin Nash when he talked to Sting, as we see the cover here in the pin attempt in the 2 count by AJ on Nash. Nash was talking about what fueled them to the attack on Brother Ray. If you'll recall, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, Team 3D, recruited by both the front line and the main event Mafia. Nash, Sting, Kurt Angle, Booker T, Scott Steiner, they all felt disrespected when Brother Ray and Brother Devon turned their backs on the main event Mafia to align themselves with the TNA front line.
I mean, the main event Mafia have a gift. They have a gift of turning things around and explaining it to you, where you look at it and you go, okay, I can see your point. Obviously, they've done it to Mick Foley, where Mick Foley can see where they're coming from. But he also said he was disgusted with what happened to Brother Ray, and the gangland activity's got to stop.
TNA Frontline remain in charge in the 6 sides of steel. You see the eye contact made by Samoa Joe and AJ Styles as they agree to double team Sting. Gonna shoot him off into the ropes and drop him right in the center of the ring.
Both of them perfectly placed the elbows. 1, 2, not quite enough. Folks, don't go anywhere. There's still a lot to be settled as we come back to the 6 sides of steel.
Six sides of steel, the ultimate battleground for revenge. Main Event Mafia, TNA Frontline battling. More of our Impact main event as we return. Kevin Nash and Sting, Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, and the Mafia now, they're in control.
Well, you can see Sting as he's got AJ Styles throttled by the neck, beating on the head earlier. Now AJ just in defensive mode, trying to get out of it, but he's caught in that corner, and Sting in control. And how about that boot by Kevin Nash on Samoa Joe?
Boy, the offense of the TNA Frontline, as they dominated the opening minutes of this match, that has totally turned now in favor as the main event Mafia, Don. They're just relentless here on the attack. There goes AJ face first into the steel.
I mean, there was a great example of what that steel cage can do. It's the great equalizer. That's how things can get turned around so quickly. And Sting and Kevin Nash have utilized the cage to their advantage, and that's why Sting is in control of AJ Styles right now.
Sting puts the boots to the chest of AJ Styles. Joe sent for the ride. Nash misses with the clothesline, and Joe explodes back off the rope, and he drops Nash with that big boot, and there's that backdrop. Senton splash. Gonna go forward now, up into the air and drop the knee. Cover. Here's the pin.
Sting realized that he saw Joe just putting the beating on Kevin Nash. He stopped what he was doing to come over and help, and in doing so, he's allowed AJ Styles to get up, and he hits him with that drop kick.
Two ways to win the six sides of steel, either by pinfall or by escaping the cage. Here's the pin, AJ on Sting.
Two. Not enough, but Samoa Joe, though, climbing the ropes and beating down on Kevin Nash.
Crowd in the impact zone, cheering along with each blow delivered to the top of the head. And there's the kick by Joe. That one caught Nash completely unaware.
I mean, think about it. That's almost 7 feet tall that Kevin Nash is. And Samoa Joe's still able to get the foot up to the side of the head. Now Joe climbing the cage. He's got his feet to the top rope as he's trying to get his grip, but Kevin Nash has gotten to his feet, and now Kevin Nash matching him and then taking the head to the face and putting it in the steel.
We had anticipated that AJ Styles could be climbing the cage, potentially even Sting, but it wasn't what we expected from Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe. Check this out. Joe elevates his own partner, and AJ climbs right up the back of Kevin Nash and gonna try and climb right over the top of the cage.
Using Kevin Nash as a stepladder, and the teamwork with Joe allows AJ to clear the cage and get the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Samoa Joe and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
What a huge victory, especially for the message that this sends to the main event Mafia. TNA Frontline takes control. AJ and Joe get the win, but look out, here comes the beatdown now. Here comes the beatdown. 2-on-1 on Joe. AJ gonna try and get inside the cage, but Nash cuts him off.
Well, this is this opportunity here for the main event Mafia. They don't get the victory.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot on AJ from the cage door! And they've got Joe trapped, but look at Joe fighting them both off.
Did you see what Kevin Nash just did? Shoving that cage door right in the head, right in the face of AJ Styles as Joe comes back, and now Samoa Joe, he's going to try and get a little bit more revenge.
Well, AJ's just motionless down there. As you can see, Sting falls over the top of him. As Samoa Joe now, one-on-one with Kevin Nash. And look at him grinding now with that rear naked chokehold.
But taking the life out of Kevin Nash, but Kurt Angle runs down the ramp, and Angle with a steel chair is headed inside the six sides of steel.
You see Joe trying to fight it off, and he kicks the chair right into the face of Kurt Angle. Joe's on fire. Booker T walks right into it, and he gets his head planted in the cage.
Every member of the main event Mafia that hits the cage is met by Samoa Joe. Scott Steiner taken down, and now Joe gonna pick up the steel chair, slam it down in the center of the ring, and he's gonna turn his attention to Kurt Angle.
I'll tell you what, one thing about it though, this gangland activity not stopping on the main event Mafia. Joe's just prepared for it. Joe said he was gonna kill somebody tonight, and it could be Kurt. Oh, he just got waffled in the back.
Just when he was gonna drop Angle with the muscle buster on the steel chair, Nash picks up the chair, and you're right, just waffled him right across the back. What's Steiner doing?
They're locking themselves inside the cage, and now it's Booker T, Kevin Nash, Kurt Angle, and Scott Steiner as they're locking the cage. Samoa Joe is trapped. Samoa Joe is trapped. This is exactly what Mick Foley said they can't do, and they're doing it.
Scott Steiner puts the padlock in place. He's got the key, and now Samoa Joe in severe trouble.
You can see AJ still hurt from that cage door, creaming him like it did. And now the referee's trying to get this cage open, but Joe's taking a beating. One by one, they're giving it to him.
Remember, Steiner's got the key, and you know that the Main Event Mafia, they're not going to open that door. Referee's headed to the back.
And think about it, there's chairs in there. That lead pipe is in there. You can see it on the ground. AJ trying to climb up, and Samoa Joe just got hit hard. And look at Kevin Nash warning anybody off from trying to get through the cage.
And at the same time, keep your eyes on Kurt Angle. He's taking the arm of Samoa Joe. He's got it stuck inside that steel chair, and they're just beating the hell out of a defenseless Joe as Sting takes down members of the front line who try to come to the save.
Unbelievable, though, as they take that steel pipe and they crash it on the chair. As Samoa Joe screams in pain, he had to have broken his arm. Unbelievable how they trapped his arm in the chair, and then they all took shots at it, and that last shot with a steel pipe may have been the coup de grace. And look at this again, they're holding it again. Oh, this is sick what they're doing to Joe.
He's absolutely defenseless. He's not capable of fighting back at this point.
Another shot with the steel pipe. I mean, they've done everything they could. Onto Joe's arm, and look at him. The pain almost too much. It's like he's about to pass out.
Another violent, another vicious and ruthless attack by the Main Event Mafia. And they have severely damaged the front line. The Main Event Mafia has done it again.
And where the hell is Mick Foley? If this isn't game...